Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Dave in here with Play Creatively, and man, you can see that my background is a little bit different, and that's because I'm home here in the Bahamas. If you didn't know, I was actually raised here, and most of my family on my mom's side lives here, and my wife's family, all of them, on both sides of her family, they all live here. So we're just here visiting family, and we're having a great time. Because of that, today's lesson is going to look a little bit different. We're going to look at a workshop that I held in January. And at these workshops, we talk about musical concepts that you learn here on the channel, except we dive further into them. So these workshops are often 30 to 40 minutes with 20 minutes of questions afterwards, all right? Well, at this workshop where we were talking about rootless voicings, one of the attendees asked me a very important question. She said, David, I understand what you're saying, but I don't know how to apply it. I understand the concepts, but I don't know where to begin. It's too much information, and I realize so many of you struggle with the same problem. That's because in today's world, we have so much ways of accessing information, right? We have YouTube, we have websites, we have podcasts, but in terms of taking that information and applying it to how we play and growing as a piano player, we don't know what to do. So I thought that my answer at this workshop was really helpful for her, and I think it'll be helpful for you. So let's check that out right now. To you, Ali, what's your question? Let me put you on mute. Let's see.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Um, my question is, I understand more or less the theory, but right now I'm playing like inversions. Like for example, I know the inversions of C. I play three notes. I'm trying to learn how to play sevens and nines. And my question is, how do I put all these notes in my mind? Like I see this exercise, and I'm like, I don't even know how to read the notes. So I'm like, how do I memorize it? Do you memorize the shapes? You know what I mean?
yeah.
The shape how you or you just have to play it many times to so it's like the inversions, you in your mind you learn how to make a C in different way. But how does this make sense to me? Like when you make so many complicated, I'm like, okay, I could learn a song like this slowly, but then I don't know how I have so much time to do this. You know what I mean? I don't know if you understand me. It's like somebody very basic. How do you practice to improve a little bit?
Yes, that's a very good question. All right, that's a great question, right? Like this is a lot of information, and it's like it could certainly feel overwhelming. I get that. Felt overwhelming to me when I first learned it. And it's a good thing I learned it in chunks, not all at one time. So I apologize if you feel like I'm giving you like a ton of information. The truth is, I also make these videos to get these type of questions for the workshop online so people can like review it over and over and over. But so that's why I also present a good bit of information. So how do you memorize this stuff, right? Because it is a lot. Okay, first thing is you're gonna have to start off with what's one step you can do. So today I gave you three different ways you can play rootless voicings. I don't expect you to now go home and say, "Oh my gosh, all right, how do I go through all of them?" I what I want you to do is take one. So maybe you start by saying, "I'm just going. If I know C major, the first thing I can do is stop playing C and play the seven, which is a half step below it. And I could readjust my voicings for all of my chords to be able to do that. You see what I'm saying there?
Yes,
Is that helpful?
yes.
Yeah, you can just readjust all of your voicings. So the way you may play F, just take that F and bring it down to E. All right? And now that gives you a new way to start adding these voicings, okay, to your playing. What kind of music do you play?
Um, well, I play in my church, and it's more know, they have too many songs, so I just play really basic songs. Let me see. It's not like gospel or anything, but like for example, um, like elevation worship songs, things like that. But I play them very simple and like oh come to the altar, things
Okay,
like that,
good,
and
good. That's a
play
very
games and everything. But
good. That's a great example. Okay, so "Oh Come to the Altar." What key would you play that in? Do you know?
in A,
An A?
yes,
Okay. So,
that's not the original, but that's not
okay. So, how can we go from this? "Oh come to the altar, the Father's arms are open wide." Right? Those are the basic chords
yes.
of the song. What I may do is I may add the sevens, just the sevens, to those chords. Oh, come to the altar, the Father's arms are open wide. All right? That just begins to give you some extensions that gives a little bit more depth to your chords, okay? So all I did was bring my A or my root down to G sharp, and then I'm playing the root in my left hand, and that gives me this rootless voicing in my right. All right? And then I did the same thing on B minor. I brought the B down to A. On F sharp, I'm playing A major in my right hand with F sharp in the left. And then really you could just, because you're going to a D, you can just keep that F sharp position like this and just bring your D down, okay? So that's just a place I would begin. And then once you started to do that, maybe you say, okay, how do I add some rhythmic elements to it? So and I'm just keep staying in the same position, just adding different rhythmic elements. And maybe I say, okay, what's next? Let me try to change my inversion. So, and those are the same chords, same notes, just moving in a different position. Is that helpful, Ali?
Yeah, that's helpful.
Okay. All right. You have any other questions regarding that?
No, no.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. Any other questions, guys? All right. Well, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Let me know. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you like content like this, you know what you got to do. You got to like and subscribe. That just helps YouTube know, hey, they're making good content over there, and they actually share that with more people. And if you want to grow in your piano playing journey, of course, I got to tell you that we have a website where we have courses, charts, and other resources that will help you grow in your piano playing journey, and that's at play-creatively.com. Well, until next time, remember this: keep watching, keep learning, and we'll keep growing together.